Think about it. Can be straight, but there is added pressure when you try to straighten your neck like this. The ideal posture is at a 45-degree angle down. Then what you do is you focus on the tip of your nose. Don't close your eyes completely. Focus on the eyebrows. Naturally, when you look at the tip of your nose, your eyes are going to focus there. When you get a chance, look at the murti downstairs. Lord Shiva's murti. So beautiful. You're going to see exactly what I'm talking about. And then we were in the park today, some Ramakrishna monastery, and we saw Buddha's pose. Buddha's pose was at a 45 degree. Lord Shiva may be straight because he has to keep an eye on us. Okay, so make sure your area is what? Clean, conducive, and most of all, you blank out what happened during the day. You keep your mind steady, focused on the breath, and then only then is meditation effective. Or else what's happening? We're sitting down and we're thinking about, oh my gosh, that boss did that to me. Oh, this happened in my life. Oh, that's a good thing. Oh, that cheesecake was good. What is this? What is this going to do for us? The goal of meditation is to do what? Is to quiet our mind. Real meditation is this. When you quiet your mind in such a way that 24/7, 365, you are invincible. Why? Because your mind is at a state of peace. And when the mind is at a state of peace, understand that you have what? Gotten closer to Paramatma. And the ultimate goal of meditation, actually the meditation, the real meditation, is when you have realized the self and you have that peace and you see yourself in all. Okay? Yes?
I think people can hear me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, not on that count. There are times where I've tried to meditate,
Yeah.
okay, and I don't realize, was I asleep or was I actually meditating and got to another level?
Mm-hmm.
And other times, I just cannot. So, can you tell me what the difference
Yeah.
are?
So, when you... Yeah.
Small request, can you please repeat the question?
Oh, okay.
Which question?
Normally you can repeat, the mic is not audible.
Oh, this question I had?
No, what he asked.
What
Oh,
he asked.
Well, I
okay.
just,
Because that microphone is not.
That's not... Yeah.
Not that.
Why don't you just talk loud? Talk
yeah,
loud.
okay, what I was saying is sometimes when I meditate, okay, it seems as if after about 10, 20, 15 minutes, okay, all of a sudden I get up, right? So was I asleep or was I actually meditating? And other times, you know, I'll be thinking about other things, and so I don't know the difference.
Mhm.
And does it
So
actually
here we
happen?
go. Meditation, if you fall asleep in meditation, know that it has totally went the wrong way. Right? Meditation is this. You have your eyes closed, you're in that position, but you are totally aware of everything that is going on. And not only that, you're aware of yourself also. When it falls into slumber, this is considered the tamasic aspect of meditation, where we go into a state of bliss. Why? Because when you fall asleep, ignorance is bliss, right? That's the reason people love sleep, because they escape their problems. Right? When you have a final, the best thing to do is just take a nap. And then tackle it tomorrow. This is the thing, I know exactly what's going on. But here's the thing. When you don't drift into sleep, but you keep an aware mind, a fresh mind, and you focus on the instructions given, only then is what? The meditation beneficial to you. See? Does that answer your question?
So is it a good idea to have music around, like it's
Oh.
soft?
Whatever it takes to still the mind. But then you should get past that also.
Oh yeah, sure.
You see, that's the same thing like Murti worship.
Yeah.
Murti worship is good. Why? Because it cultivates what? Chitta Shuddhi, Chitta Ekagrata. Unagitated mind and focus. But does it mean you should stay in the Murti forever? No, you should click on the Murti, click on the Hanumanji app, and start practicing the principles there. You see? And only with an aware mind can you do that. One day you're not even going to need the music.
Yeah.
You're not going to need anything. As a matter of fact, you'll be able to still the mind automatically. Okay? And Bhagavad Gita chapter 6, for those of you who are interested, talks in length about that. Okay? Okay. Question. Your thoughts on dating? What age is appropriate for young ones? Their kids date at 17, 18, etc. Is that appropriate? Okay. So here's the thing. See, in life, especially nowadays, it's very difficult to what? Control something called hormones. Especially after age, and we have all been there. After age 14, these things just happen naturally. But what should we remind ourselves about? What the goal is, okay? You see, Hinduism is a very beautiful thing. Why? Because it designates 4 different stages of 4 areas in your life. First 25 years are considered to be what years? Student life or brahmachari ashram. Okay? Second 25 to 50, plus or minus 5 years. What are you supposed to be doing? You're a householder. When you are 50 and above to 75, what are you? A vanaprastha. When you are 75 and above, sannyas. Now let's look at specifically, because age 17 to 18 falls into that bracket of 1 to 25. I know what I have to do in life. To what? Grow and develop myself. This is the age, according to me. This is my philosophy now. I'm not talking about Vedanta. We're leaving that aside just to answer this question. And Hindu thought in general. This is the age where we're supposed to be discovering our own potentials, our own powers within, and expanding our minds to do what? To be the best grihasthas possible. You see, what happens is, when you start dating at 17 and 18, that can be a very dangerous thing. Why? Because the focus is taken away from yourself. And at this age, it is crucial, very crucial, for you to discover your own personality. When you start getting involved with people at a young age, they end up shaping you. They shape your personality, they dictate who you are. Believe it or not, very subtly this happens. And then before you know it, you're a different person than when you met them. So what you have to realize is that there's a time and place for everything. Okay? Even though hormones are raging, that's a different story. You have to have what? Control over your mind. What do you see when you start dating at 17 and you get the hormones get the best of you? You have what? Not a yuktified personality. As a matter of fact, ayukta. What is ayukta? What is unintegrated? When you allow the body to run away with your mind. And then what happens? Your mind runs away with your intellect. It should be this way. Intellect should govern the mind, and intellect should govern your everyday actions. There will be a time where you can enjoy yourself with a companion, but at a young age, I highly what? Not recommended. Why? Because it will stem your personal growth to a level where you will be an upset person sooner or later. Why? Because in younger people especially, the mind is so fickle. The person who loves you today, 2 weeks later, doesn't like you.
Next day.
The next day. The person who doesn't like you today, 2 weeks later, loves you. And so on and so forth. This love word is being thrown around like hotcakes. I love you. They don't even know what the meaning of love is. Love means I will be what? A type A friend. What did we say the type A friend was? A person who will give the last shirt on his back for you, a person who will tell you where you're going wrong, and a person that will see your growth. At age 17 and 18, it ain't happening. And I can tell you because I grew up in New York and I know exactly how we think, youngsters. The person who shows you this at first, guess what? He has hidden agendas. Always remember that. At a young age, it is more important for you to grow yourself, okay? Grow your mind every day and understand where you stand. What is the goal of a 17 and 18-year-old? To study and to become somebody so he can support or she can support a family when he or she gets married. And the only way you're going to do that is if you focus. So from age 17, 1 to 25, you should focus on what you're doing and realize your immediate goals at hand. Okay? See, when you go through this at 17 and 18, it's called going through the path of prayas. Can you say that word for me? Prayas means immediate pleasure, which takes me into a world of sadness. And we see this all the time. Shreyas means avoiding such things, growing myself, even though everybody else is involved in that. I will make the conscious choice to do what? To make the tough decision today to ensure my bright future. It's as easy as that. Okay. Good question though. Okay. Maya is generally explained as play of God. How does one conceptualize it in a Vedantic way where God is nothing but the pure self, one with everything? Okay? Is Maya concept given by... can't understand what that says. Given by will? Is that it?
Wise men.
Wise men, okay. Wise men of yore to keep stability in the minds of average people. Okay. So when you say stability in the minds of average people, you mean to give them a certain backing of how things happen in life?
Like Maya, how do you really say we say this happened because of Maya. Maya is play of God. Maya is because of pure self, because of a variety of reasons presented that way.
Yeah.
But is it just a concept? Because we want to keep a stable society,
Right.
people will tend to go different directions.
Right. So here's the thing. Maya is not just a concept. It is actually the world that we see. Remember I gave you the definition? Yamasa iti Maya. That which is illusory is Maya. Think about it. How many truths are there? One truth. Remember I gave this example? But how many false things are there outside of the truth? It can be innumerable. Now Maya is just a definition that goes to show you the reality of life. Everything that you can see with the naked eye, guess what? Is born, is sustained, and dies. None of this can be the truth. Only the truth can be the substratum of a lie. For example, this canvas is red. Is that the truth?
No.
But what was it based on? The canvas. So in this real world here, the canvas is what? The substratum of even that lie that I told. Isn't that true? If you look at normal behavior, every single lie is based on what? Some sort of truth. So the underlying truth of the world is distinguished when we identify what is false. And the thing that is false, because it's created, it's sustained and destroyed, that can never be true. Got it? When that is not true, we realize the substratum to be none other than the self. So Maya is not a concept that just we just gave by wise men to take people away. No. It's actually something geared to make us differentiate between real and unreal. In Vedantic language, it's called Nitya, Anitya, Vastu Viveka. You understand? So to see the unreal, we must first see what? The real. And to see the real, we must acknowledge what else? The unreal, which is Maya. And remember the definition. Maya simply means that which is unreal. And when something is not real, it is here for some time and then what? Gone. But the true essence, the existence principle in all of us is always there. Okay? Ooh, it's 8:36. Should we keep going?
Yeah.
How many of you have to go? Raise your hand. Okay, somebody has to go? Okay. Okay, we'll go for another 10 minutes. Is it okay? 10 minutes? Okay. If ahankar is part of buddhi, why does it have a negative connotation? Also, if there is more buddhi, is there more ahankar? If ahankar is part of buddhi, why does it have a negative connotation? Simply because we have a what? Who can answer this one based on what we've done this whole entire week?
Ego.
Because we have a
Ego.
ayukta or unyuktified buddhi. See, ahankar is this. This is the animal here. When Paramatma shines through body, mind, and intellect, we become what? Perceiver, feeler, and thinker. Our desires are prompted by this. This is the real culprit here. This means all of our habits, all of our likes, all of our dislikes, whether good or bad, that influence our minds to act through our bodies in the world of objects, emotions, and thoughts. This perceiver, feeler, thinker is what we think ourselves to be. I'm a man, I'm a woman, I'm an engineer, I'm sad, I'm upset, and so on. When we let the mind run away into this field, what happens? In the field of ahankara, there is no intellect. It is left aside, even though this is part of ahankara. But when we include the intellect, right, that is the way to make life a positive thing. You understand? So the basic answer to this is, when you have a yuktified intellect or an integrated intellect and mind, guess what? The jiva becomes a positive thing. That is the difference between a person who knows what he wants in life, a person who walks the straight path, a person who is friendly, advaishta sarva bhutana, a person who hates no one, a person who wants to merge with this. That is the difference between that person and a person who's trapped in this realm, especially in negative emotions. A person who's depressed, a person who's downtrodden, a person who is poor. And we saw a definition of poor, right? Who's a person who's poor? A person who always wants. No matter how much he has in the bank, he always wants. This is cured by having a sound intellect that says, no, my friend, I am content, I am happy, and I am going to move forward. Okay? So, if ahankara is part of buddhi, well, buddhi is part of ahankara, right? And then it's only negative when the buddhi is inactive. The buddhi should be active. Also, is there more buddhi? If there is more buddhi, is there more ahankara? No. Because if there's more buddhi, it actually takes you away. It takes your ahankara or your ego away. Okay? That's the thing. Because why? You make the right choices. You make conscious choices, not only for yourself, but the world at large. Okay, so we'll take 2 questions from the audience, and then we'll call it a day. Okay? Who wants to answer the first? Who wants to ask? Okay, I'll show you. And then one more. Who wants to answer? Ask? Okay.
Can be close to your mouth.
Thank you very much, Hari Om. It was awesome and very refreshing to hear you for the past week. Now the question I have is, how do we change or edit our Sanatana Dharma's few points which were based on when it came into existence slowly by rishis. For that period it was wonderful, but there are few things which need editing or changing to suit 2016 coming up. Because we need current generation needs direct points. Love everybody, try to see God in everyone, and don't be selfish, etc., etc. All those good things we need. How do we change that? Can Chinmaya Mission help in editing?
You see, Chinmaya Mission has been changing. You see, Sanatana Dharma will never change. You know what the definition of Sanatana Dharma is? Sanatana means eternal. Dharma means what? That which upholds. If we all continue to do our parts in life, and the only way we'll know that is by leadership. We have to empower ourselves and empower everyone around to be what? Good citizens of the world. And if you take simply chapter 12, verse 13 of the Bhagavad Gita, look at that one verse, and that is what we need in 2016, especially with ISIS and all these things going on. Advaishta sarva bhutanam maitra karuna evacha nirmamo nirahankara samma dukkha sukha kshami. Advaishta sarva bhutanam, hate no one. Maitra karuna evacha, be friendly to everyone. Nirmamone hankara. Don't possess things. Why? Because it was somebody else's yesterday and it's going to be someone else's tomorrow. It's not yours. You are just a custodian of that. And then samma dukkha sukhakshami. Be equanimous in everything in life. Isn't that rules for 2016? So if we practice that, truly practice that, and where's the onus? It's on us to practice.
What you said is correct, and we all know that.
Uh-huh.
But it is not just meant for people who read Gita and who come to satsang regularly and listen. I am talking about it should be written in such a way that everyone, the whole world will see it.
Yeah.
Because Sanatana Dharma can bring peace.
Of course.
World peace is so much important. I go chanting and I do a lot of things, but no, that is not enough at all.
It has to
Drop
be-
in the bucket.
It has to be translated into
Exactly.
everyday life.
So every human being needs to read. This is important and why, and if it is not done, how it is going to hurt. They have to be constantly reminded, and we have to write in a language everyone reads and understands.
Yep. Well, that's why people write articles. That's why they give talks. And this is why I came from New York, all jet lagged and discombobulated, to spread the message. Imagine if we had more people that did that. Based on what? Education. We have to educate us in Sanatana Dharma, and only then can we make a difference.
Thank you very, very much.
Very good question, absolutely. Next question. Sonal.
Is it possible in any relationship for just one to be happy and the other unhappy?
If one can be happy and the other one
Is
not?
it possible for one to be happy, one says I'm happy and the other one says I'm happy? Is that possible?
That is what you call a parasitic relationship. You see, remember we went over this? The best relationship is what? A symbiotic relationship where both partners what? Respect and love and make sure each and other are happy. If one person is sad and another person is happy, that person who is happy is called a leota. Leota. Not a deota. Okay? A leota. Someone who continues to take. Lena, you see? Lena, Dena. If he continues to take, understand that person to be what? Parasite. That person may be providing in the home, no question. But if trouble comes because there's no expression, there's no, let's see, that person knows what makes that person happy, but is not doing it. And when one gets into a marriage, especially, there is supposed to be what? A common understanding between both partners to make each other happy. If that doesn't happen, understand that there's something wrong. And in such a situation, they shouldn't be ashamed to go for some sort of counseling, to lay it out on the table for you both to understand where we're going wrong and what we need to do to go right. At the end of the day, what is the relationship about? Both people must be what? Taken upwards. Remember I told you the definition of Dharma Patni and Dharma Patni? Right? Dharma Patni means what? That lady who takes us men to where?
To Dharma.
Greater heights or Dharma. Dharma Patna means what? That man who takes the lady where? To heights. Both people must be happy. You see, the marriage institution is like this. At the beginning, look at it like a triangle, right? Beginning, you have man and woman. As time goes on, what happens to the distance between the base angles? It becomes smaller. Until one fine day, there is a merger between God and those two souls that are elevating up the ladder of life. You see? In the beginning, they're very far apart. But as they go up, right, likes begin the same. Even they begin to look alike. Isn't that true? Haven't you ever seen a 65-year-old couple? They begin to even look alike. But how does that come? That comes from togetherness, from ensuring, right, that both are happy. They go from the base angles all the way up till both of them reach the pinnacle, which is Paramatma, the ultimate happiness. Okay? So with that said, I thank all of you. Actually, I'm going to tell you the truth. I feel very unqualified to sit here. This seat is meant for people like Swami Isharanandaji and Guruji. I am just a servant. I consider myself a small boy who's picking up stones on the shore of knowledge. And I thank all of you. Why? Because you have given me the chance to loudly reflect on the things that great people have taught me. So thank you very much on behalf of Chinmaya Mission New York, on behalf of Puji Guruji and Puji Gurudev, who we look up to with great reverence, and keep your faith high, believe in yourself, and stay on the right track. If you can do that, Chinmaya Mission in general, in the world at large, and Rameshwaram especially, will be taken to greater heights because of your input. Bole Shri Satgurnath Maharaj ki Jai. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Guru Pyo